Ladies and gentlemen, the finale of the 2025 live stream watch parties, it's here. This will be the season finale. Of course, we got the draft. We'll do a watch party for that as well, but we made it. Audition time. Who's going to show out? If not for the Vikings to stay on the Vikings roster for next year, auditioning for the other 31 teams in the league. We are here. Shout out to Iconic and Dumb White Guy. Appreciate y'all. We here, man. Going up against the Packers. Can't play spoiler. It's pretty much just see what you got to end the year. JJ McCarthy, he's going to be playing. After missing last week's game. And in fact, as always, the content is brought to you by Sleeper. Daily fantasy users sign up for Sleeper, get a 100% match up to $100 promo code Randy. But as far as any picks that's going to be made today in this one, I'm going to say Justin Jefferson over 68.5 yards. I want to see him get to his 1K that he typically gets to and surpasses. He's 53 yards away from hitting 1,000 receiving yards. And I'm also going to say, for that to happen, JJ McCarthy, I'm going to say he's going to throw over 187.5 passing yards. And then, you know what? The only two options you have for the Packers is Brandon McManus and Clayton Tune, the quarterback. Really? You're not going to start Malik Willis? All right. I'll take Brandon McManus to get over 5.5 kick points. So that's extra points and field goals combined. Yeah. But this is the final game. How are y'all feeling? Like, seriously, how do you guys feel right now? I think for me, just speaking for me personally, the way that this season is gone, where it's just, I guess the fact is that I had lofty expectations for this team, even with a first-year starting quarterback. That obviously is not going to happen. Quarterback started off really, really rough. Then he started to get it together, but he's dealt with injuries in between this season. So I saw from Diana Rossini that the Vikings are likely or planning, I don't know the exact verbiage she used, but basically expect the Vikings to be looking for a quarterback for the sake of competition with JJ McCarthy. Yeah. I mean, for McCarthy, this is his 10th game of the season. So 7 this year, along with the 17 last year. He's missed so far 24 out of a possible 34 games. So that's going to certainly be a topic of discussion. But we're getting some. I'm going to talk about this tomorrow, not in the post-game vid, because this is so in-depth what I just came across last night as it pertains to the handling of McCarthy. We're going to talk about it. There's so much to discuss that I have no idea what's going to happen next year. I don't. But I will say this. Donovan Jackson, really good season. Will Fries has been okay. I have concerns about, Ryan Kelly. I mean, he should really just retire. By the way, speaking of retirement, Not that it's confirmed, but I'm expecting it to. Likely scenario, wearing the Harrison Hitman Smith jersey in honor of the Hitman himself, 22. What may be the final game of his career. But yeah, as far as the handling of the quarterback situation, we're going to talk about that tomorrow. Like, it's so much that I need to reread it again just to make sure I got everything. But yeah, Donovan Jackson, I really like him. I think that's the left guard of the future. Facts. Eric Wilson, sign him to an extension. Not even make this difficult. I wonder if we're going to see a little bit of Ty Felton today. I don't know. Hawkinson is out, so we may get a dose of Ben Urasek and or Ben Sims. Obviously, Darisaw, IR. Ryan Kelly, IR. So we're going to see Michael Juergens some more. I don't really have quite the gauge on Michael Juergens right now. Like, it's a mixed bag. So I think this would be good for his reps. Obviously, Jalen Redmond. Ooh, boy, Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner, everybody been hating on him. He had a good year. And then, of course, we're going to talk about who the Vikings should try and trade for, who they should cut, how to get the cap down. All the offseason stuff. It is a bit disappointing, though, that, man, just off of the... And I mean, I don't necessarily fall for this every offseason, but I really believe this offseason that this team could be really, really special. And then you see the quick turnaround for a team like the Bears. Like the Bears, man. The 1 seed in the division. The quick turnaround due to coaching. Ben Johnson. Basically got the same roster as before, just a new leader. Caleb Williams looks great. But it is, I did believe this offseason that going into this year, this was going to be something nice, but reality just gave us the sweet chin music. And they are quite a ways from being where we all hope for them to be. But I appreciate you all. Final watch party of this 2025 NFL season. For the Vikings, anyway. Vikings follower, I think it is. I think it's Hitman's last game. We'll see. But playing the Packers. Wes Phillips, will he get the opportunity since he got nothing to play for? Will he get the chance to call plays today? Those retro jerseys, I need one so bad. The stitched jerseys. Not the scratch and sniff, like press-on jerseys. And I was going to get Christian Darisaw, but man, he kind of bummed me out this year. got smoked by guys like, well, Myles Garrett. I mean, he's one of the best of all time. TJ Watt as well. And he's hurt. I mean, but I wanted that 71 retro jersey so bad. I don't know. We'll see. Yep, iconic. I'm pretty sure Hawk is gone as well. We'll talk about it for sure. MK says, get a custom on, dude. What, a custom jersey? Maybe. I don't even know what name I would put on the back of it. It would have to be some sort of like troll name or something. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't even believe Malik Willis is not playing in this one. The Packers said, we're not going to waste our valuable backup on this. So their actual quarterback that's going to play today, I said it earlier, but I need to see what his actual... I need a reminder of who this is. Clayton Tune. Why do I feel like he was with the Cardinals at one point in his career. Let's see. I believe he was. It just sounds like a former Cardinals player. Yep. Actually, he started his career in Arizona. 2 years, 23, 24, played there, played a total of 13 games. All right. So JJ McCarthy, he's going to get more reps. Because he sure as hell does not deserve to sit this one out. Now, you got to play. Yes, sir. But we're going to enjoy this. Celebrate the good plays that are made. I don't care that they're playing the backups to the backups for Green Bay. Play who's in front of you. Please get Justin Jefferson 1,000 yards. Because I don't need this dude pissed off more than what he likely already is. $53 yards away from 1,000. Clayton Tune. Boy, I tell you. And I hope that everyone had... Goodness. I hope that everyone had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. Look at Hitman. Maybe one last time getting the special camera treatment as he runs out the tunnel. With the fans at the bank bearing witness to possibly the final game of his career. Randy, you should be in there at quarterback. Why not? Because I have self-awareness. I do not belong on an NFL football field. But if they want to pay me league minimum to be, I don't know, the emergency quarterback, I wouldn't say no to that. Man, season finale. I appreciate every single one of y'all, man, that's been there with me. Not just for this season, but however long you've been supporting this channel. I am forever grateful, man. So let's enjoy this one. Whatever happens. And then we'll get to the off-season talk. Everything. But yeah, man, you see these other teams that are doing the necessary changes and the necessary... Look at that Vikings fan with the Wario outfit. And the horns on the side. That is dope. Did y'all see that? This man, he has a Wario outfit. Hat on and everything. With the horns on the side. That's great. And Brandon McManus will kick the ball off to the Vikings. LM not correct. No, I do not live in Minnesota. I live in Pennsylvania. And they send this bad boy off. Oh yeah, Miles Price is inactive. So this is, who is this returning this right here? Is that Ty Felton? All right, you're not gonna. 13. We're going to see a lot of names that we haven't seen much of. Yep, that was Ty Felton. At the 29, handoff to Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones gets about 14 yards on that carry. Okay. Now McCarthy, you're going up against the 2s and 3s. Under center at the 38. Ball snaps. Throws it. Play action to Justin Jefferson. Yeah. Nice little curl route. That was about a 10-yard dig right there. First and 10. Ball at the 40 of the opposite side of the field. Green Bay territory. Hand the ball off to Aaron Jones. He gets stopped for about no gain, maybe a yard. Is he inactive? I swear I saw 33. Well, now that looks like Jordan Mason now. Hold up. Who was that? Jefferson gets a first down again. Who was that? Show yourself. Oh, was it? I swear I saw 33 running the ball. I haven't even had one sip of a drink yet. So that was Jordan Mason. Okay. Oh, maybe it's either that or I just saw dreads, and they both have dreads. Play action, pressure, Mason, McCarthy. Oh, gave a stiff arm. Oh, and a shoulder to get out of bounds for about 8 yards, and it's talking shit to Kayshawn Nixon. You bum ass. And now we got a flag. We got a flag for what? This is football. What we got a flag for? That was a nice play. They talk shit all the time. Stiff arm, bam. Shoulder on the tackler, bam. Dropped Kayshawn Nixon to his knees. You threw a flag on that? This is the last game of the season. The Vikings have nothing to play for. I shouldn't be outraged like this. You weak-ass referees. Penalty. I guess it's taunting. 2nd and 19. These weak-ass refs. This is football. Last time I checked. That's BS. That's BS. Absolute BS. Throws it to Xavier Scott. Gets about 1.5 yards. I can't deal with these referees. All these fat-ass referees need to be fired. Every single one of them. All season long. We got to deal with this bumbling officiating crews. All of them. No, this is not supposed to happen. This was supposed to be a chill. Just a chill afternoon. Ball snaps and shotgun. Throws it to Jets. And that was 3rd and 17. They're going to mark him 5 yards short of the first down marker. That's BS. That is BS. Y'all want some choir boys to play football? Huh? Unbelievable. These referees. The ultimate clown show. Hey, forget Barnum and Bailey. We got the NFL officiating crews. Kick is up, kick is good for Will Riker, the MVP of your 2025 Vikings. They called that for talking shit. I'm glad it happened to Kayshawn Nixon too. Can't stand him. This was supposed to be just a chill afternoon. A chill watch party to end the season. No drama. That is wild. That is wild. All of the stuff those players say, especially in the trenches. Like, but you call that? Would you consider any playoff game watch parties just for funsies? I've thought about it, but quite honestly, there's some stuff that I want to work on as far as improvements on this channel. I also have another project in the works that I need to get after. So, probably not, I would say. That was a nice play by McCarthy, man. And then he talked his shit. That's what players do. This is the nature of the sport. Was that the official penalty of taunting? Let me see this. Taunting. Woo-wee! That was a nice play. But we see stuff like that all the time. Why is it now that this is a problem? Just getting in each other's faces, whatever. Like, that happens. But McCarthy does it, and oh my God, we gotta call the police. Arrest them! Pronto! Remember when Jair... Yup. That's... Remember when Jair grittied in Jefferson's face, no taunting called then? Yeah. Yeah, it's... Taunting has been officiated very much subjectively. It really has. And that's why I hate Kayshawn Nixon, because he's the this man was basically had Jair Alexander as his mentor back when he was there. And so then he started acting like Jair Alexander. They were two peas in a pod. And now that Alexander is gone, it's like, nah, still. Kayshawn Nixon, enemy number one. Taunting. All right. Ball at the 35 for Green Bay. Clayton Tune under center. Hands it off to... Sorry, who are they playing? Who's their running back for this game? That would be Emmanuel Wilson. Okay. Carrot Khan, do you think you'll ever do a basketball channel? Get to that right after this play. Shotgun, handoff, Wilson again. You ever think you'll do a basketball channel? Thoughts on the Lakers defense? I think they have a LeBron-sized problem. Doing a basketball channel would be way too much, especially on top of what I'm doing for this channel. 82 games in a season. I think LeBron needs to go somewhere. It's clearly Luka's team. But LeBron, he brings the drama. He's going to do things his way. As AVG was that AVG with a batted ball on 3rd and 8 on... I don't even think that was a screen pass. I think it was just a straight outlet pass. Ooh-wee. But yeah, I think probably not Carrot Khan, just because the workload, like, it takes a lot to be able to, like, not so much the live streams. Like, the live streams is just easy work for me because it's just all of us. I basically picture all of us in a bar at a round table and we're watching a game together and you just react to it in real time. So that's nothing to me. But the work that goes into the videos, like the pre-recorded videos and me talking to myself, that takes some work, man. So then imagining putting 82 games plus all the analysis in between those 82 games on the Lakers or any particular team, that'd be a lot. I wouldn't mind it, but not right now. But yeah, LeBron's going to be LeBron. That's At first I wasn't a big fan of him, but then I've grown to accept the fact that he's one of the greatest of all time, arguably the greatest. I still got Jordan, but even if you've got someone different, I've stopped arguing and debating that years ago. It's like what Keanu Reeves said once, that I'm at the point in my life where I don't argue with anyone. Even if you say 2 plus 2 is 5, yeah, you got it. And then I just go on about my business. Same way that I feel about the LeBron versus whoever debate. Once it becomes officially Luka's team, I mean, you could say it is now, but with LeBron in the shadows, it's always just a mess and a circus. But once it's officially Luka's team, shoot. Realistically, what would it take to get Burrow? Also, do you think Jefferson has been talking to him? That is a good question. The second part of that, because the first part we've talked about, but also I've thought about plenty. But do you think that Jefferson has secretly been recruiting Joe Burrow to the Vikings? I would not be surprised. But as far as what it would take, whew, at minimum between 2 and 3 first round picks, and then some change after that, as that should be encroachment or offsides. Jordan Mason just went off for about 11 yards there, deep in their own territory. Penalty is declined. New set of downs for the Vikings. An Angry Viking 94. Are you a hockey fan as well? Thanks for the live streams this season. Can't believe it's the last game already. Thanks and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, an Angry Viking fan. Yes, I am a hockey fan. Admittedly, what's the term they call it? Admittedly, I'm a fair weather fan. So we don't have the NHL package or whatever. So I'm a Washington Capitals fan. And obviously, out here in PA where I'm at, they're going to play a combo of the Penguins and the Flyers. But whenever the Capitals are on, usually it's like a Saturday or Sunday, like a weekend game. I'll sit down and watch the game. But then, pass is complete to Jordan Addison for 9 yards. Hey, J.J. McCarthy looking pretty good. Hey. But then when the playoffs start, if they're in it, I'm all in it too. If they're not, what am I supposed to do? It's just with the cost of streaming and everything like that, it's like adding more streaming services that I don't know. Let's say, I don't know what the hockey package is. Let's say it's another $30 a month. That nose tackle jumped off sides. He really did. And they're not going to call anything on that. It looks like Bronson, number 91. I'm going to say he's short. You got to go for it. You got nothing to lose. Maybe I should get it this year. Maybe I should. They're going to punt it? Really? Yeah. Oh, duh. Where they're at? Yeah. They're at their own, like, 28-yard line. They boot it. And, well, it's going to be spotted at the 30-yard line for the Packers. I mean, the Vikings season is over with. Maybe I should look into the hockey package. I definitely tune in for the playoffs for sure. Same thing with baseball, the Washington Nationals. Oh, yeah, we need to start this bad boy off. With a hazy IPA. Wasn't that was the last game, was it, against the was it the Giants they played last week? Or was it the Lions they played last week? That was the Lions, and that was on Netflix. Man, I hope we never have to deal with that again. As far as the watch parties. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to cover a game on Netflix with those 2-minute commercial breaks every 3 minutes in between the game. Yeah, that's Canizzo. I've seen the Capitals win it, the Nationals win it. Back when I was a Mavericks fan, before the Luka trade, I saw the Mavericks win it. But I don't claim them anymore, so yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm just waiting on the Vikings. Someday, somehow. Gonna make it all right, but not right now. All right, hand off to Brooks, who gets a first down. Harrison Smith. Hey. Ball snaps. Pressure. Dumps it off. And AVG makes the tackle on Dabney for about a yard gain. Maybe 2 yards. I'm not correct. Hey, Hazy's my favorite. The Hazy IPA, for sure. Under center, Clayton Tune hands it off to Brooks. I'm not sure who Brooks is, but he gets about a yard and a half. Camilo, Southern Tier. 3rd and 5. At their own 45. You got shotgun. Ball snaps. Ooh, pressure, pressure, pressure. Hey! Sack! Strip sack! Was that Dallas Turner? Hey, y'all know what's about to happen. Y'all know what's about to happen. Let me see 15 on the screen real quick on that replay. Let me see that. Dallas Turner on the right edge. Woo! He timed that just right. Bam! Strip sack. Fumble. Woo! Recovered by the Packers. 4th and 18 on the punt. We'll do the chant after this return by Jalen Naylor. And that's going to be a touchback. Damn, that he sent that. That was a good punt. Well, not a good punt. It's a touchback. But I'm saying as far as the depth on that one. But Dallas Turner with the strip sack to force the 4th down punt. Coming from Alabama. You know what time it is. Skull Tide! Skull! Man! Dallas Turner. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. There's only a few fingers of players that you could say that Kwesi drafted and like turned out good. Dallas Turner is one of them. I think it will be a while before he can get that strength on strength pass rush, but the speed rush, you give him space, man, he is dangerous. Nice play. He's had a really good season, man. Dallas Turner, 15. You know, maybe I'll get a Dallas Turner vintage jersey. I don't know. I was locked in on Christian Darrisaw, but gotta stay healthy, man. Oh, iconic. I ain't forget either. I didn't forget either. People were trashing Dallas Turner's name. Nah, he's good, man. So you got 1st and 10. It's a touchback, so they're at the 20. Jets, the motion man, they hand it off and get a yard. That was Ty Chandler. Okay. Ty Chandler makes it 2nd and 9. Second and 9 at the 21. Ball snaps. McCarthy getting pressure. On the move with a nice throw to Justin Jefferson on the right sideline. That was a beautiful throw. The mechanics, everything about it. The accuracy. Okay. I mean, they're showing the replay of Jefferson catching it. I'd like to see the replay of the mechanics on that throw. by McCarthy. That was nice. So ball is now at the 33 of Minnesota's. You got an offsides. You better throw that flag. If you don't, yeah, they did. Okay, that's going to be offsides. Even still, I don't know if that was Ty Chandler or who, but that was about a 4 or 5 yard play. And they're going to accept it. By doing that, they keep the first down. An angry Viking is asking, was that 1,000? You know what? We got to make sure we stay on the Jets 1,000-yard campaign counter. So now it becomes 1st and 5. Play action, rollout. McCarthy gets hit as he threw. He got tripped up as he threw. And that's going to be incomplete. Jefferson has 51 yards. Jefferson needs, I forgot what it was. It was 50 something. I don't think 51's going to do it, but let's see. He needs, oh my gosh, he needs 53. 2 more yards. Hands it off to Ty Chandler. Two more yards for Jets, and he hits 1,000. That'll be another 1,000-yard season for him. He's had at least 1,000 every year of his career, or every season of his career. Two yards on 3rd and 1 under center. Hands the ball off, and that was nowhere close. I'm guessing they're playing. Well, Donovan Jackson's out there. You know, you got School. I got to see who else is playing on that O-line. Like, what? Brian O'Neill is out there. Will Fries. I mean, it's damn near everybody. With the exception of School. And you got Juergens at center. That thing got smashed from the jump. I would go for it here. Why not? You're at your own 41. But Ryan Wright sends it, and that, come on. Great punt. Oh my gosh. Smack at the 10-yard line. And yeah, for that offensive line, I get that you have 2 backups playing right now. But to be going up against the, I don't know, the 2nd or 3rd string front 7 of Green Bay, some of this pressure has been concerning against the run. And in that one case where McCarthy got tripped up midair, throwing the ball incomplete. Yeah. A lot needs to be done, man. A lot needs to be done. Watching these teams like clinching playoff spots and what have you, and you see the level of intensity they play with, And this reflects nothing on this game that we're watching right now because the season's over. Like, what do you expect? But watching how other teams operate and how intense they are, and the goal is winning. Everything else comes after. It's tough. Not jealous of the other teams. I definitely envy these other teams. Like as painful as it is to say, you bring in a coach like Ben Johnson, the Chicago Bears, they end up winning 11 games. I mean, that's that's the stuff that matters, man. They got one more game today against the Detroit Lions. Play action, Jalen Redmond got held. That should be a flag. It looks like it's not going to be a flag called, but he got pressure out the wazoo. Wow. Oh, now the late flag. Okay, that's holding. What? A penalty against the defense? Hands to the face? But we're just going to ignore the holding penalty? Referees, man. Referees. That. Wow. Referees are refereeing again. At the 15, pitch right. AVG was there, but Eric Wilson was there to finish. That's a loss of 2 yards. Tremendous downing of the punt by our third-round gunner, Ty Felton. Great Quasi pick. Well, we got a 2nd and 12 here after. I can't believe they didn't call that holding penalty that should have been called. But, you know. Referees in 2025. So much work to do with this team this off season. But man, Quasi and KOC this off season, they need to get it together. And I mean, that's assuming that Brian Flores doesn't get any head coaching opportunities, because if he ends up leaving, then that just makes everything even more difficult than what it's going to inevitably be after this game, the start of the Vikings offseason. A lot to do. Perhaps a lot more to do than anticipated. And for the GM and KOC left to take care of all of that. Scary. Who do you think Black Monday, or what do you think Black Monday will look like for us? To be honest, I really don't have much hope on anything happening. Although, if you're going to keep KOC, fine, keep KOC. At the very least, Chris Cooper, the offensive line coach, and Matt Daniels, the special teams coordinator, especially with all those penalties committed special teams this year. But even if you want to make an argument because Will Riker's been good, Ryan Wright's been good, okay, fine. Chris Cooper needs to be fired. That's if nobody else, Chris Cooper, offensive line coach. Because I tell you what, man, I've been paying attention to the Houston Texans, for example. And I mean, they're going to make playoffs. They've been doing some things. I don't know what seeding they're going to be. They're going to be pretty good. They're going to the postseason. But I bring up the Houston Texans because the guy that we've been ragging on ever since his arrival, and this was in Kwesi's first draft class, Ed Ingram. Looks pretty good over there in Houston. He looked awful with us. Every year, and not necessarily this whole season with all of these players, whatever, but Chris Cooper I just don't trust him to be able to develop talent. I think the thing right now, like, I think it's a miracle that Donovan Jackson, like, from the jump, has just been good. I'm not giving Chris Cooper any sort of credit with that whatsoever. Hell, you had Garrett Bradbury playing pretty good this season with the Patriots. They're the 1 seed of the AFC. Damn, man. Now, Chris Cooper needs to go. For sure. They need a real offensive line coach, man. A real one. I don't know what he's been doing in Minnesota with the offensive line, but clearly what he's been doing has not been enough. So if you're only going to do one move in leadership, that's the guy. Me for running back coach. Now, the run game has been solid when the run game has been utilized this season. And that's the problem. Like, it wasn't until later. Upon McCarthy's return after the Max Brosmer game. Cooper, Grigson. Yeah, remember that guy who failed Andrew Luck? I do. Let's go get him. I said, yeah, it's funny how things come full circle. As the Vikings, they start this at their own 22 ball snaps, play action. JJ McCarthy, he's got plenty of time. That was a bad decision. He's lucky that wasn't intercepted. It could have been that should have been intercepted one of 2 different times. Offensive line gave him the protection. He maneuvered around it pretty good, JJ McCarthy, and then just, I don't know where he threw it. I don't know what he was thinking there. But yeah, we talked about Ryan Grigson as well. the fact that you got him and Quasi running the show is it's pretty wild. Handoff to Ty Chandler, gets about 4-5 yards. But it's funny how it's come full circle because, like, at the time, like, the moment it was announced that the Vikings are hiring Ryan Grigson, I said, "This is the guy who destroyed Andrew Luck." Yep, and that's the thing, it's you just call it like you see it, and like with evidence to back it up, and it's I'm being too negative. You never know, he can change. I'm like, no, this is a terrible hire. Ball snaps. On 3rd and 6, that was a terrible throw. Terrible. All right. We're seeing the... Gosh. Oh, McCarthy. Wow. Good Lord. What was that? Can we get a replay once in a while on this broadcast? But yeah, it's like I get it. I think this isn't just Vikings fans. I think it's NFL fans as a whole that as Ryan Wright sends it and goes out at around, I'm going to say the 20, but let's see where they mark it at. Jefferson needs 2 yards to get 1,000, man. It's not just Vikings fans. I think it's fans across the league, regardless of who you root for, that any sort of opinion or analysis off of something to do with their team, especially if it's viewed as a critique, it's like, oh, how dare you talk about this? This is good. You never know. You can have all the evidence in the world, but it's like, no, how dare you say this bad negative thing? That's what I got when Ryan Grigson got hired. I was like, are you serious? But it's, stop being negative all the time. And it's like, oh, okay, now we see the light. Like, I don't know, man. You don't know. Follow up on the Black Monday question. How do you grade Cam with good, Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah with good and bad? You think he's gone? I don't think he's going to go. I don't think the Wolf brothers are going to make that decision or make that move that should be made. I think Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah should be fired. Like, straight up. I'm willing to see if KOC can do something, make something happen next year. I'm willing to. But if he were to get fired, I wouldn't sit here and cry about it because he's had it coming as well. But Kwesi needs to be fired, man. Like, it's clear that you just luck up. Drafting is such a hard thing to do as far as nailing draft picks baseline. But when you have someone that really doesn't know what they're doing on top of something that's so hard to do, it's like, and then your right-hand man also doesn't know what to do. Sabotaging, which I don't know if Andrew Luck will make the Hall of Fame. Maybe he didn't play enough. But sabotaging that career, and that's your right-hand man. And you see the results right now, where 8-8, okay, but it's been a rough season. And pass is incomplete right into the breadbasket of Golden. And he dropped it. 2nd and 10. He should be fired. I don't think they're going to fire him, though. I don't. I am truly prepared to go into next year with everything remaining the same except with the possibility of Brian Flores not being with this organization. Handoff, and it gets stopped about 3.5 yards down. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. Third and 6, ball is at the 34-yard line of Green Bay. Snap, designed run, and Tune got himself a first down. New set of downs for Green Bay. They made that look so easy, you know. And that's the thing. Not even staying on that specific topic of Tune making that play look easy for a new set of downs for the Packers, but JJ McCarthy, the way he's playing, it's bad, but it when you consider the fact that he's playing up against the backups to the backups of Green Bay and looking this bad, it's like, bro, you should be balling today. So, man. Terrible offense against some DoorDash drivers, I can't lie. I ain't disrespecting DoorDash drivers, man. They you see how they've been acting? What they've been doing recently? It's like, man, you leave a tip that they don't like, man. That's why, man, listen, shout out to the DoorDash drivers out there. But, man, I'm scared of y'all. They be crashing out. You don't give them the right tip. And handoff, immediate. Andrew Van Ginkel is having himself a fantastic performance today. Immediately got in the backfield. I think Blake Cashman was also there to help. But look at this. Look at this, man. AVG. Oh, he was left unblocked too. Just did a nice cut diagonal inside. That was a tackle for loss, 4th and 4. Yeah, you you don't leave a good enough tip for them, then. Man, these dudes, they be throwing your food at your door. I would have to agree, Ryanator. B-Flow is the only reason we have more than 2 wins. I would have to agree. I mean, without B-Flow, might be looking at an Ed Donatel 2.0 defense next year. Unless you get the right guy. The Wolves' decision making is seeing the milk is expired, but it's just sour. So we'll keep drinking it until it's chunky. Then I guess we can toss it. May have to go to the hospital after that too. Randy, Vikings are in major trouble. Bears not going anywhere. That's facts. Green Bay and Lions are going to be in play next year. Although Green Bay, yes. The Lions, I'm not so sure. They're going to have to, I don't know. They're going to have to figure something out. But KOC needs to go. For me, Flores, head coach. Brian Daboll, offensive coordinator. Ooh. You know what? I would be very enticed with Brian Daboll. But, I mean, and there's probably other names out there too. But I'm just going to say, and in fact, before I say that name, let me make sure he's not in college football or something. I don't think he's in the NFL. But he is blah blah blah. Yeah, he did. He's a free agent. Doug Peterson. Doug Peterson for offensive coordinator. I'd be super down with that. I was hoping that Doug Peterson would be the head coach once Zim got canned. That was the first name I thought of. Brian Daboll, I respect him. But Doug Peterson, yeah, I'm going to say that. At their own 9-yard line, you got Jordan Mason. Ooh, looked like that was going to be a loss at first, but he fought, he battled. Got about 4 yards. Brian Daboll. Totally down. That was a terrible play action. But found a way to evade pressure and get the pass off. Completed to Josh Oliver, who gets a first down and more. All right. Daboll, I'm good with. But Doug Peterson, that's yeah. You get Doug Peterson and give him the power to actually call the plays for this team? Hey, bro. Yeah. It'd be like, you pulled me back in right when I was through. But the reality is that KOC is going to hold on to play calling no matter what. All right, so at the 36, boom. Oh, wow, there's Justin Jefferson. He got over 1,000 yards, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Jefferson. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah! Justin Jefferson is now over 1,000 yards on the season. 1,000 yards with, 3 different quarterbacks? Bam! That makes me happy. That's ball snaps. McCarthy throws it over the middle to Jalen Naylor, who gets to the 30 of the Green Bay Packers side of the field. Man, I'm glad he got his 1K. Because I swear, Justin Jefferson, I'm just imagining if he didn't get his 1K, that he was going to go back home and be like, man, this team, this KOC, the quarterback, I just don't believe. But I think it eases things a little bit more because he got 1,000 yards. So you're like, you know what, man, why get all upset about that stuff? Got my 1K. Woo! That may have saved us from a trade demand. First and 10. Handoff. Ty Chandler. It's about, they're going to give him 3. Second and 7. Yeah. That may have just saved us. From a trade request. Play action. He's got time. This is a critical rep right here. All right, he threw it away, so he didn't take a sack or whatever. But I'm like, bro, look at that time, that protection that you had. Czar says, come on, if KLC does nothing with the defense and isn't calling plays, then there's no reason for him to be a head coach. Let me introduce to you to Dan Campbell and Nick Sirianni. And that's just off the top of my head. Ball snaps, 3rd and 7. Pass is complete to Jalen Naylor. He's going to be inches away from the first down marker. Brings up 4th down. And they go for it. They go for a QB tush push. He may have gotten it, but that was really, that was pathetic. You're going up against a Lego set of a defensive line. Just push him back. He got it. I'm pretty sure he got it, but damn. Oh, Matt LaFleur is going to challenge it. Oh man, McCarthy looked like he kept twitching his throwing thumb. So I mean, we'll have to may have to get Kevin Seifert. Hey, that's been our go-to guy this season. Real-time updates on injuries. Yeah, he looked like he was, his thumb was kind of flickering. So maybe it's nothing. Call is upheld. First down, Vikings. First and 10. Ball is at the 20. Jets, the motion man. Handoff. Jordan Mason. Nice work. Nice. And I get that you're going up against the practice squad of Green Bay, but you run the ball. Good things happen, man. And that was well designed, too. You had Jets posing as a decoy to get to be the distraction. Mason got the handoff, but you had to think about Jets as well. First down. Ball is at the 8-yard line. Play action. Throws it. That is too much mustard, dude. He throws it through the back of the end zone. Like, bro, you're at the 8-yard line. What are you doing? Like, this man throwing it like Brett Favre from his own 20-yard line, but at the 8-yard line on the opposite side of the field. All right. 2nd and goal. Play action. I guess that was designed for Ty Chandler, but that was messy from the jump. You had 2 defenders right there, and that fell incomplete. So 3rd and 8. Or 3rd and 8. Yeah, actually, 3rd and goal at the 8-yard line. In shotgun, I think Xavier Scott's out there. Sends it to no man. Oh my God. Jess was open too. Incomplete. Oh Lord. Yep. Gonna have to bring in some comp. I mean, two defenders, and he still had them beat. And look at 33 to safety. Yeah, let's go. You ain't do shit. Quarterback threw the ball terribly. And we're like, yeah, look what we just did. Not a damn thing. All right. Vikings extend their lead. 6-0. Yep, I've seen enough. I mean, you were going to have to bring in a quarterback anyway, but you're going to have to. I'm not giving up on McCarthy. I just think you need someone there to kind of put some pressure on him. That it's like, all right, if you don't get it together, man, we got this dude right here, ready to step in. I mean, maybe that is Mac Jones. I'm not sure. I would love Joe Burrow, but, you're dealing with injuries as well with him. But, if he's healthy, you're going to win some games. And quite frankly, if we're being real here, this offensive line is way better than Cincinnati's O-line. But he is hurt. Who's hurt? Who's hurt? Six nothing. JJ McCarthy is hurt. You have got to be kidding me. Hey, Ivan Pace Jr. with the tackle on special teams. Hey. He's hurt. Like, hurt. All right, let's go to our guy. Kevin Seifert, what you got? Nothing yet. But at their own 22-yard line, Green Bay, 1st and 10. Hand off. That was a weak attempt right there. You keep running backwards. Yeah, keep going. Come on. Get yourself a safety. Who is that? 23. Yo, who's that? He's definitely getting cut, unfortunately. They were at their, what, 22? And now it's second and 29. Wow. Hand the ball off again. Man, that man ran backwards for about 20 something yards. Kevin, what you got? Nothing. Nothing yet. this man this man ran backwards and thought he was about to make the greatest play of all time. That's no bueno. JJ McCarthy, what is happening? What is going on? Still nothing. Y'all remember that show, Pros versus Joes, where they would have a professional athlete go up against a regular ass person in that athlete's particular sport. So let's say, I don't know, you have to cover Larry Fitzgerald or something, or even before that, let's say Deshaun Jackson, whatever. And so they would go up against each other, and the Joes would always look just ridiculous. That reminded me of a pros versus Joes play. Dude's just running backwards, doesn't know what to do, like ah, ah, ah. he lost 18 yards there for second and 29. Oh, oh my God. No, that's they're gonna show that on the low lights for ESPN, where they got the ah ah ah. All right. Nick says JJ was icing his hands and bending over in pain and anger on the bench. Oh boy. Okay. Kevin Seifert, give me something. Nothing. Wait, what is going on? Still no update. Third and 24. Oh, but it's the Vikings defense. Third and long. You never know. You never know. He rolls out to his right, and Toon just throws it out of bounds ever so gently. All right. All right. Kevin, you're not doing it right now. Got to find somebody else. Still nothing, nothing. Nope. Nothing. They send the punt up. I'm getting no updates so far. 4 for 11, 62 yards. Well, he's out there on the field right now. So he must be doing all right. Presuming that anyway. Was that a screen pass to Jets for a couple of yards? 2nd and 7. Got lucky he got that off in time. Otherwise, he would have got sacked. Instead, it's complete to Josh Oliver, who gets a first down and hobbles off to the sideline. That's not good. All right. No huddle offense. You got, well, I mean, you know, it's whatever. You got 3 timeouts, but it's the end of the season. Whatever. Dumps it off to Ty Chandler, who stumbles and clobbers his way for a 2-3 yard gain. Second and 8. They called. They must. Oh, he got out of bounds. That's right. Okay. I'm like, they must have called a timeout. No. Stop the clock. Ball in Green Bay territory. Snap. Throws it quick left. And yo, who was that dude? 27. If he's part of the second or third team defense, yeah, I might need to move him up the depth chart. That dude came unblocked and had all the bunnies to get that height and bat the ball down at the line. Great play. Oladapo? Whoever that was, 27. That was great. 3rd and 8. You got protection. And he throws it. Okay, Jalen Naylor over the middle. And they get to the 20. I'm guessing they're calling a timeout here. The ball stopped. Or the clock has stopped. Yep, first timeout of the half. Who could it be? Pre-game huddle. Let's win this for the Wolves. Let's pick 18th, the exact middle of the league. Let's hear the Wolves motto, mediocrity on 3. 1, 2, 3, mediocrity. All right. I mean, again, may I remind you who the masterminds are behind this draft and that draft pick? Kwesi Adofo-Mensah and Ryan Grigson. Like, unless a change is made, if Kwesi ends up getting fired, then we can talk about, oh man, they won too many games. But as long as he's there, as he overthrows a wide open Jordan Addison, dear God, oh my God, JJ McCarthy, don't stop tapping your chest like my bad. We know it's your bad. Good Lord. That would have been a touchdown. Well, here we are. Shotgun. Snap. Flushed out to the right side. Throws it off off his foot. Pass is complete. At about the 4-yard line, he had Jordan Addison wide open in the end zone and still managed to throw it to the train station next to the stadium. Hey, Randy, do you think your boy Casey, hey, Randy, do you think the Vikings will get a veteran quarterback this offseason? And if not, how would you respond to a second year of McCarthy with little improvement. By the way, should have kept Darnold. Wow, there's layers to that there. As the ball snaps, hands it off to Ty Chandler. And Ty Chandler, wow, I thought he was going to get in it. He doesn't. Gets stopped. We'll see where they mark him at. I thought he was going to get in there. He's at least a full yard short, might be a yard and a half short. See where they mark it. The first part of your question, do you think the Vikings will get a veteran quarterback this offseason? I do. I think they do, based off of, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit more tomorrow, not in the post game. But actually, I don't even, I mean, what are we going to talk about when it comes to this post game? I guess just JJ McCarthy. But I'm going to elaborate more on the Vikings and why I think they're going to bring in a veteran QB to compete with McCarthy, make him earn the job. And I think it's going to specifically be Mac Jones. And if not, how would you respond to a second year of McCarthy with little improvement? Well, he's going to have no choice, but at least in my opinion, as they hand it off to CJ Ham, gets a touchdown there. Well, he's going to have to earn QB1 next season, I think, no doubt. And if he does and still doesn't improve, then, well, I mean, that's it for me. Like, and then he has to be healthy. He has to play more than 10 games in a season. So far, as the kick is up, kick is good. 24 games missed out of a possible 34. And then if we're talking about missed games stacked on top of that next year, and little improvement, then no, I'd officially be done at that point a year from now, if that were to be the case. All right, score update. Precious moment shown with the Ham family. 13-0. All right. He says, who could it be? Says, can't they hire George and Kramer for GM duties? Just as incompetent, but at least they're funny. I'm just picturing that right now, as I just can't stop laughing. Kickoff is sent. Yeah, I'm about to say, you can't do that. You can't have 1 foot outside, right? So they said the ball would be placed at the 20, but if you have a whole foot outside when you field the ball, when you catch it, and then try to do a touchback, like, am I insane? Like, shouldn't that be a safety? I'm very confused right now. But yeah, hire George and Kramer for GM duties. Well, George would be crazy. He would just be funny about it. And then Kramer, I can just see him now busting in through the doors. What do you think about Jeremiah Love, buddy? Jeremiah Love? Who wants Jeremiah Love? Sure, we can get a running back in the 5th round. Yeah, but he's best player available right now. Yeah, best player available, best sailor available. Who cares? You know who we should draft? The punter from Toledo. I like that idea. Giddy up. All right. Oh, we got some spammers. Tried to sneak their way in here. What y'all doing, man? What y'all doing? Ugh, they're like roaches. Get out. CJ Ham with the touchdown. Kramer, trust me. You know I worked for the Yankees, right? Hand in the draft card. Relax, I told Newman to do it. Hello, Newman. Hello, Jerry. Hank says McCarthy has a chance to hit 300 passing yards this game. Really? I mean, probably. I wouldn't doubt it. Let's see. Oh, he's right. Hank Hill, currently at 174. Clayton Tune has thrown for 10 whole yards. Jefferson got his 1,000 yards. I'm not correct, bro. I'm 5 brews deep by halftime. Damn. I need to chill out. Oh, boy. Buckle up, folks. I'm not correct is on the edge. Trade Reichert for Bijan Robinson. Hey, how about the Jacksonville Jaguars? And you know what? I like to do this part. Is look up scores around the league. So you got Houston. Houston is up 2017 on the Colts. The Colts, their season is over with. Giants up 16-10 on Dallas. Bengals versus Browns. Is Joe Burrow playing in this game? He is. Joe Burrow, he's playing. 127 yards, 14 for 19, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. Browns are up 14-12 on the Bengals. Who else we got? We got Falcons up 10-7. I know that game's got implications for the Panthers and the Bucks. So Falcons up 10-7 on the Saints. Obviously, our score 13-0 on the Packers. Jacksonville is kicking the Titans' asses. 31-7. Wow. And of course, for the halftime report, if you constantly find yourself in the middle of the night, waking up, tossing, turning, struggling to fall asleep in the first place, then the Manta Sleep Mask Pro is for you. it's flexible, it's breathable, it's comfortable, and it stays cool to alleviate those restless nights. With the Manta Sleep Mask Pro, you get a total blackout. No light gets in. Wearing this right now, can't see a thing. The cooling materials keeps you nice and comfortable all night long, even if you're a hot sleeper. And these memory foams fits on your face pressure free. Go to mantasleep.com where you can find the Manta Sleep Mask Pro and check out all their other sleep masks and accessories. Use my code RANDY to unlock 10% off of your purchase. The halftime report is very simple. McCarthy, you look at his stats, you're like, all right, 13 for 22. Not great. 59% completion percentage. A lot of missed throws. A lot. He had Jordan Addison in the end zone, but just like wide open too. But just overshot him. Somehow, some way. He found a way to not get that touchdown to happen. You're playing the 2s and the 3s for the Packers, so you would expect a little bit better for McCarthy. I would think. Under these conditions, yeah. But he's just been whatever. If that's an analysis anyway. That it's clear he's going to need, and they're showing Denver Broncos highlights. The irony that I was so down on Bo Nix, and don't get me wrong, it is not all Bo Nix. He has a great supporting cast, and he has much better coaching. That's just a fact. McCarthy, he has a nice supporting cast. Could be better. Coaching has been... But, Dallas Turner has proven that, hey, man, he's going to be a piece. He's going to be a piece. Whenever you have to move off of... I would think Grenard first. Because AVG he's just a playmaker. The ultimate playmaker on that edge. But whenever you're ready to move off of either or, I'm thinking Grenard would be first. Dallas Turner, he's a guy that can step in. He stepped in many times. In fact, let's not even guesstimate it. Let's say the exact number. As far as the number of starts he's had due to injury at the edge rusher spot, he's had 9 starts this year. And actually, well, that's not even including today. So he started 10 games. Played in all 17 games, but he has started in 10 games. His stats this year: 9 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. See if he's got anything else going on. 13 hits on the quarterback, not including today. 9 tackles for losses. We talked about the 3 forced fumbles, 4 pass deflections. He's a dude. Dallas Turner is a dude. Oh, my apologies. He has 6 sacks this year. They were including the first year where he got 3. So 6 sacks in 10 starts. Yeah. He's made plays. Man's been balling. It's funny how, yeah, some of you are mentioning the Texans. It's funny how they had a really rough start to their season and how they've just ran off how many wins in a row? Goodness. I want to say it's been I want to say it's been 9 wins in a row they're on right now. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay, so I was close. 8 wins in a row, and they're right now up 20-17 on the Colts. So, Randy, what do you think? Who do you think will be in the Super Bowl? Who do I think will be in the Super Bowl? On the NFC side, whew, man, that's a tough one. Mm, I'm gonna say the Rams. I know Seattle, they've got the 1 seed, and Sam Darnold's gonna have to show it. Now he certainly showed it last night as far as beating the Niners at Levi Stadium, and that's the last game of the season for San Francisco. As we got some spammers trying to sneak on in here. So Seahawks got it done last night against the Niners on the road, which is a far cry from what he did the end of the season last year for the Vikings against the Lions. And then you got to the playoffs last year, and we all know what happened. But I mean, he's looking good. I just don't see them making it to the big dance, to the ultimate dance. I'm gonna say the Rams from the NFC, and from the AFC side. Ooh, Lord, this is just a weird season where it's anybody's Super Bowl title, whoever wants it. You would think the Bills, but I just we've seen the Bills plenty of times, and the kryptonite to Josh Allen has been the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. They're not going to be in it, so you would think they would take this as an opportunity to get to the final game of the season. I'm It's either between the Broncos or the Patriots. Yeah. The Broncos or the Patriots versus the Rams. Yeah. And I can't choose between the Broncos and the Patriots because they're both really good. Which, I mean, now I just look ridiculous the way that I just said, nope, no Bo Nix. And again, you know what? No, I still stand by that. Can you imagine Bo Nix on this roster right now? With KOC's coaching? And we can talk about this guy and chastise him as much as we want, Sean Payton, but the fact is, Sean Payton is a better coach, a far better coach than KOC. Bo Nix with KOC's coaching? Nah, man. As the Packers, they return the kickoff to open the second half to the 30-yard line. G-Back says, KOC ain't coaching nobody to the Super Bowl. Yeah, those are facts there. I mean, only way is if he changes his way for good. If he changes his ways, he has, for the most part, I think ever since Brosmer's return, or Brosmer's return. Ever since the Brosmer game and McCarthy returned the game after that, KOC has been a lot better. Leaps and bounds. Being more committed to the run, that's a start. But he has to really commit to that as Wilson gets about a 10, 11-yard run. If he stays committed to it, I mean, maybe, but it's more than that. Really, it's the timing of plays. There was a play. There was a play yesterday between as play action. Clay Toon sends it, and Kenny Jones. I don't know. Guessing he's a tight end or something. Gets a couple of yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 3. There was a play yesterday that between the Panthers and the Bucks last night where I swear to you, like I was like, oh, that's exactly what KOC would do in that situation. The Panthers can't tackle. All right. So they get a first down. The Packers do. The Panthers were in the red zone. I know this was the Panthers. In fact, let me just double check so I'm not talking out the side of my butt cheeks. NFC South. Okay. Yeah, so this was against the Bucks. Okay. So Carolina was down. I mean, they were down basically the whole game, if not the whole game. I don't remember how it started, but they were down. And they got the ball into the red zone. And I mean, they were down, let's say 3-7 or 3-6, something like that. They got the ball into the red zone. Crucial downs. And this was in the second half. Ball snaps. They do a trick play where, defense tackles for a loss right there. Eric Wilson and Byron Murphy Jr. They did a trick play where it was like a play action and supposed to look to the other side and throw a screen pass while they were, it may have been goal territory, but they did that and squandered that possession. They didn't score a touchdown at all. They may have not even scored 3 points. They may have went for it on 4th down, but either way, they ruined that possession to get them back in the game. And I said, oh, that's something KOC would do. Absolutely. And hey, bro, come on, man. What are we doing here? Dallas Turner with his 2nd sack of the game. Come on, man. 15. 2nd sack of the game. Let's see how this worked out. So we know he's going up against the left tackle. He got the jump on the snap. It's like he timed the jump perfectly for his 2nd sack of the game. Skol Tide. Skol. Fair catch called. Give DT15 his flowers. What is the Lamar talk right now, Jimmy? I mean, I don't have any thoughts because I don't really know what or if anything is going on. I know John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is has been up for discussion as far as possibly getting fired. But no, Baltimore wouldn't think about moving on from Lamar Jackson, would they? Are they? We hating on Dallas Turner because they're going up against the third stringers. Who cares? We got more spammers. Who would I want? So between Lamar or Burrow. I mean, if all things were equal, and we're talking about in a vacuum, I would probably say Lamar Jackson. Probably. If it's KOC who's coaching this team, then it would have to be Joe Burrow. Yeah, we'd have to settle for Joe Burrow. The injuries on both sides for both QBs, but given the circumstances with Minnesota right now, unless they make changes at leadership, which I don't expect them to do, it would have to be Joe Burrow. And that was another completion to the Jets. Add on to your 1K. Why is he what is happening? They're taking him off the field. Hold up. I gotta rewind this. So forgive me, I'm gonna miss the next play or two, but I need to see what happened. Like why is he on the sideline? Did he get hurt? Did they pull him out? Okay, so here's the 1st and 10 play. The ball's at the 14, throws a quick screen to Justin Jefferson, and he gets 8 yards there. Okay, now was this the play? He takes himself out of the game? He takes himself out of the game. Oh boy. So he clearly must be hurt. Like that's the only reason to take yourself out of the game. That's the only reason to take yourself out of the game. And you mean to tell me that after hold up. Let me make sure I have this right. So this would be McCarthy's 4th injury of the season? Yeah, So earlier he was dealing with pain in his right hand. That's his throwing hand. Wow. I don't know. Max Brosmer completes the pass to Jets. We're dealing with another injury to where he has to take himself out mid-game. I mean, this does not help his cause. I mean, you can't you can't control if you get hurt or not, but I'm just saying that's 4 injuries this year. Hand the ball to Jordan Mason, who gets tackled behind the line. Let me just get fast forward so I'm caught up with you guys. So he took himself out of the game dealing with pain. They showed how that injury he got the last game he played, or was that against the Giants? It doesn't matter, but yeah, another injury. Like, okay, um, all right. No, I meant this year. 4th injury this year. Unless I mean, there's unless I'm missing some. That's wow. I mean, he needs reps. He needs reps. Well, we're trying to give him reps, and there's something that just gets in the way of it. Wow, that's I don't even know how to react to that. I mean, to I was thinking the season would end with, okay, we can talk about how he played today and if he improved or not or whatever. Now we're talking about, oh, you end the season hurt. That's tough. And leaves us with the I mean, this is the season finale. I mean, unless he comes back out to finish the game or whatever, this will be the last memory we have of McCarthy for his first year as a starter. This will be the last memory. It'll be, oh, yeah, that's right. Hand injury, perhaps still lingering, or I don't know if it's something new, but either way, took him out the game. We don't know if he's out. That's a false start, but who cares? All right. The refs care. All right. We get a false start there. But yeah, this is gonna be the lasting memory unless he comes back in this game. Like, oh, week 18 had to take himself out. Oh, Tune takes off for a 15, 16-yard run. That's going to be a first down for Green Bay. First and 10 at their own 23. They run the football for about 6 yards. Yep. Whew. I don't know. This might up the ante a bit. as far as quarterback, the quarterback position. Handoff. Another first down. Oh, the Colts. Oh, came back. Against the Texans. Touchdown. Who's their quarterback now? I know Philip Rivers played last week. I don't think he's playing today. Another handout. They're just running the ball. Another couple of yards gained. They're up 24-23. The Colts over the Texans. Riley Leonard. No bleep. Riley Leonard. This is rookie year. The guy he just played for Notre Dame, but before that he played for Duke. And I remember the story about his mom texting him before every game saying, "You suck," just to motivate him. Riley Leonard. Okay. Oh, you spammers. Get up on out of here. Ball at the 50. Play action, stumbled, but recovered. It just runs out of bounds for like a loss of 1. Or may have been no gain, but all right, can we get an update on J.J. McCarthy? Since this Packers offense, they're just going to run like crazy on this defense right now. Kevin Seifert, AVG, got a clip in the backfield on that play. Packers run it, no gain. Okay, we have updates from Kevin Seifert. McCarthy was flexing his right hand as he walked off the field. He missed the Week 17 game because of a hairline fracture in the hand. So yeah, this is more than likely. Wow. Who's that with the sack? Theo Jackson. I keep forgetting he's on this team, man. 4th down for the Packers. So this is, I'm guessing based on this is just a lingering issue from the last game he played. J.J. McCarthy never went into the blue tent and is now just standing on the sideline holding his hand behind his back. Vikings say McCarthy is questionable to return. Remember, J.J. McCarthy said last week not reporting the hand injury earlier in that Week 16 game versus the Giants was a big learning lesson. What does that even mean, not reporting the hand injury? Like, did he lie to them and say, "No, I'm good to go"? I don't get this. All right, so the hand injury suffered in the Giants game was lingering, evidently, and may have been re-aggravated. And that's how we're going to end the season with him, probably. Okay. Adrian, damn. Adrian says Vikings have Greg Oden at quarterback. Y'all remember Greg Oden, man? I forgot what year that draft was, but he went number 1. And I was like, I would take this, is not even in hindsight. I said at the time, I was in college, and I said, I would take Kevin Durant out of Texas because that dude's a beast. Y'all want Greg Oden out of Ohio State because he's tall and, can play defense, whatever. Nah, this dude, Kevin Durant, draft him. And we saw what happened since then. But he's saying we have Greg Oden at quarterback. I mean, what? And in Greg Oden's defense, like, he was just injured all the time. So he really couldn't establish a career in the league. I mean, man, that would suck for McCarthy if that was the case for him. But I did call that. I was like, yo, like, I know he's the consensus number 1 pick, Greg Oden, but I'm like, this kid from Texas, he's the guy. I would take him number 1. And I was right. Should have. But damn, so far, that's not a bad comparison. I would have never thought of Greg Oden. But, I mean, so far, that's who he is. Max Brosmer, handoff to Xavier Scott. Brosmer dumps it off to Yusuf, the tight end. That's how we're going to end this season, man. Ref, you got me all the way effed up. Randy carried his textbooks in college despite having a backpack. Please. Shoot, I had a car the whole time I was there. Maybe I did go without a backpack because I would just drive the class. Just get out with my books. I don't know. 2nd and 4. Come on, man. Oh, we're taking it into the 4th quarter. Okay. Okay, I get what you're doing. Spammers doing their last-ditch effort of trying to sneak their links in on the watch party finale of this 2025 Vikings season. 1 more quarter to go. Boy. One more to go, as Ryan says. So, I mean, now it's like this is the only thing to talk about when it comes to McCarthy, and that's just, man. And thing is, like, if the hand was still an issue, and I guess this goes back to the tweet JJ McCarthy said last week that not reporting the hand injury earlier in that week 16 game versus the Giants was a big learning lesson. Okay, so earlier in that game versus the Giants, okay, was a big learning lesson. Okay, so the injury happened before that strip sack or whatever, and I think it was returned for a touchdown. I can't exactly remember. So, but either way, we're talking about an injury again for McCarthy. Same injury, not a new injury, same injury, but something that's lingering. And it's just, damn, dude. So that's what, 9.5 games he played this year? This whole quarterback situation is a mess. It really is. Max Brosmer at the 24. Play action. Throws it to Jets. Oh! Yeah. Nice play there. Let's see. From the 28 and caught it at about the, well, he got to about the 40. So he's got 1,000 yards on the season and then some. Good for him. Ty Chandler gets about 5 yards. T Swizzle. It's hard to disagree, at least based off how I'm feeling right now, that he says JJ McCarthy, he accepts that he's a good backup quarterback, that the injury isn't an excuse. A broken hand isn't really an excuse. Just relax and accept he's a good backup. I mean, it's really hard to argue that right now. So a deep pass to, I believe that was Jordan Addison, got broken up, but that was clearly pass interference. Oh, it was 2 penalties: illegal contact and pass interference. Oh, was that to Ty Felton? Oh, that wasn't 3. That was 13. That was Ty Felton. He had the space too. Look at that speed. Even in the oh yeah, clear. What are you doing? Doesn't even turn his head around to try to make a play on the ball. He just runs right into him. Ah! Halt, who goes there? Ball's now at the 22 on Green Bay's side. Ty Chandler gets about 3 yards right there. I think he hurt his hand on the touchdown run versus the Giants. Because that play the one that I'm thinking about anyway, that resulted in a strip sack. That was returned for a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. But I think he hurt his hand on touchdown run versus Giants. Didn't tell staff. Then had trouble with the grip on the sack that went for the touchdown. So yeah, that happened earlier. Okay, and then the strip sack return for a touchdown. Okay, I get what you're saying. Well, if KOC isn't annoyed enough with McCarthy, he's like, he might be done with McCarthy after that. I don't know. Like, not reporting it, but then again, it's like, well, if he didn't report it when it actually happened in that game against the Giants, that's one thing. But then also for KOC, it's like, why would you play him in this game if you know that's still an issue on his throwing hand, not his left hand, his throwing hand? Why would you play him? I'm so confused as far as how this situation has been handled. Whatever, man. Let's get through this quarter. Let's get through it. All right, 3rd and 1. You got Brosmer under center, play action. Quick pass. Nice pass to Xavier Scott for a first down. So that's going to set up 1st and goal. I don't know what to make of all of this. I don't. Really, really don't. Yeah, so I mean, he's got his helmet off. He's got his hat on backwards. So Colin Cowherd won't like that. And it looks like he's out for the rest of the game. Snap. Brosmer got tripped up. Oh, and got hit. What are we talking about? That play should be dead, right? When he initially fell. There's come on, man. When he initially fell, he got clipped up. Oh no, he fell. He fell without contact, really, on and got tripped up by his own offensive lineman's leg. Looks like Donovan Jackson. Oh no, School. And then he got a. I don't. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. This season. This season. I guess they're looking over it. Yeah, so the quarterback position going into next year. I can't believe we're back to that point now. We're really back at quarterback. back to talking about the quarterback position anyway. Certainly not we are back. It's disappointing, man. Very disappointing. Well, quarterback play is, man, this is Ponder like, but man, at least Ponder was healthy. So that's going to, well, we'll see. They're reviewing it right now. Yeah, I thought he got clipped up by a Packers defender, but no, it was his left tackle. Then he got up, which this isn't college football, man. So Packers get the ball after the review, and the Packers start their offense with a sack from Blake Cashman. Mm, 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 mm. Got a motion man. Throws it. Oh. No, so the ball got loose, but I think that he's going to be ruled down by contact. Oh, they're going to say incomplete altogether. Who's this new quarterback in the game right now? Third and 20. And dumps it off and gets a couple of yards. They're going to punt it. All right, clock is still ticking. 10 and a half left to go. Yeah, KOC might be done with McCarthy. I don't know, man. Because he already told the world that he hates the alter ego 9, and then not reporting the hand injury initially for him to re-injure his hand in this game. KOC has to be pissed. Don't worry, we'll fight for 7 and 9 wins so we can draft the 4th or 5th ranked quarterback in 27 and repeat this process every 3 years until we die. Damn. It's a bit grim. But yeah, you gotta get some real football minds up in that building. You got one in B-Flow. But you see a turnaround that the Bears pulled off. And that's why I was like, I think in Purple Parlor when I was given we were given our preseason analysis on the North. And I was like, you know what? Like, normally with the Bears, there's always a ton of hype in the offseason and how things are finally going to turn around, and they only for them to end up being the same old Bears. But I said at the time, I was like, you know what? Ben Johnson might be a factor here that I'm going to give him this year, because normally I would say, oh, whatever, you say this every year, and Bears are just the same old Bears, but I'm gonna buy into it slightly this year, where I'm gonna give them a chance that maybe they can be something because of the Ben Johnson factor. And what do you know? What do you know? They have the 1 seed in the NFC. No. Excuse me. Seattle has the 1 seed. Bam. But still, they're going to get a home playoff game. Jordan Mason gets about 20 yards on that run. They got the 2 seed. Crazy. Green Bay is going to be the 7. Which means that according to the standings, Seattle, they get the bye week. Green Bay will have to play Chicago at Chicago for the for the second time this year, third time overall. Let's run the ball. Run this game out. Oh, boy. Looking back, 84 GOAT. Remember when people were laughing that at Ryan Poles getting hired for the Bears GM job? When he said, oh my God, we made fun of him so much for that line. We're gonna take the NFC North and never give it back. Well, he's got it. Like, oh man. He's got it now. Oh, let's see. Did Myles Garrett get the sack record? He needed what, just 1 today? Let's see. Well, they're up 17-12 against the Bengals, but Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett. He he got a sack. I'm pretty sure he just needed one. So if that is the case, then he has the all-time record in sacks in a season. Hold up. Because who has that? Strahan, right? Season sack record. Jordan Mason runs it. Nice running. Gets a first down and more. He's still running. Stiff arm. Get your ass off of me. My guy. Michael Strahan's season sack record was 22 and a half. Myles Garrett, whatever his stats say, we're going to add +1 because he has a sack in this one. Oh my God, he has the record by a half sack. He has it. Myles Garrett. Damn, man. Good for him. He beat the hell up out of Christian Darrisaw in the process this season. Look at him. Quasi Adolfo Mensa. What calculators and stat sheets are you using for your analytical scouting report? I'm so done. So done. Good protection. Oh, throws up a lofty pass that I don't know how CJ Ham managed to catch that, but he did. CJ Ham. Just over 7 minutes to go in the game. Ball snaps, handoff. And that was to Ty Chandler. Gets a yard, if that. Second and 10. Inside the 30. Ooh, okay. Nice play there. Dumped it off to an inside screen. Ty Chandler gets a first down. Six minutes and running. In the red zone. Handoff, Jordan Mason, and woo. Wow, he made it back to the line of scrimmage, or they're going to say it's a loss for 1. But that looked like it was going to be about a 3-yard loss. Ball snaps. Brosmer with a dart. Bad decision right there. It's incomplete. But that was a bad decision. Yeah, whoever he was throwing it to, that was in double coverage. But you get to live to play another down. 3rd and 10. Dump off, so we're doing screens. That goes for -2 yards. Fourth down. Wolves hired a GM, Will Reichert. Got to see this through. The MVP. MVP. You know, I might get a Will Reichert jersey. Retro style. Stitch and all. I might just do that. And the Vikings go up 16-0 against the Green Bay Packers. Wolves hired a GM who said he's not a... Wolves hired a GM who said he's not a football guy. He's a business analytics guy. By that logic, I assume their dentists perform their colonoscopies. I specialize in dental health, but if you want, you need that checked out, I can take a stab at it, or not. That would be terrible. Oh my God. Does Riker get a skull tie too? Oh my God. Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh my gosh. Of course he does. He should have been getting it this whole time. I completely forgot. He played for the Crimson Tide. Will Reichert, my apologies. School Tide! Go! Man, I can't believe it. Shout out to an angry Viking 94. Yeah. Put me on notice. Yeah. Of course he does. Hey, I'm going to have to... Damn. If my sound effects were working on the sound card, then I could just play it. Damn, I'm going to have to really say it for Dallas Turner and for Will Reichert. Speaking of which, Dallas Turner with the play right there. It was a tackle after a gain of about 2 or 3. Will Reichert, as I live and breathe. My bad. I tried, man. I've been trying. Like, no lie. Oh, that didn't need to happen. This one, this was my original one. And then for some reason, it just stopped working with my mic. And then I got a new one, and the mic works, but the sound effects don't work. 3.5 minutes left to go. Hitman. Walking up. Wait, did I miss that? Did I miss that? So Hitman gets a standing ovation. Now it looks like he just walked off the field. Like, nothing crazy. But it's like, all right, my time is up. Yeah, it wasn't. Oh yeah, it was after that play by Dallas Turner. The what I said was a 4 yard gain turned out to be a 3 yard gain on that run play, and then Hitman walks out. Damn, man. Hey, what a career. Harrison Smith. Wow. No words. Packers pitch and run, whatever. Pretty close to the 2 minute warning. They're going to need one more play. It's the way they're hugging him, right? It's like, yeah, he's going to retire. Wow. Hitman! Packers, they get another playoff just short of the first down they get to. We're going to get to the 2 minute warning here. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. Like, like, like Florida from Good Times. Damn, damn, damn. It's over. Yeah, much respect to the Packers fans that also stood up and gave him an applause. Great player, great career. I barely heard him talk. I think I've heard him talk one time, and that was during a training camp practice. The silent assassin. Damn, that's Vikings great. I know many consider Paul Krause to be the greatest Viking of all time or greatest Viking safety of all time. I never saw Paul Krause play, but I did see Harrison Smith play. So just for me, only because when I was born, whatever led me to this timeline. I mean, to me, like it's Hitman. Like he's the guy. Ball snaps. 3rd and 1. Couldn't get the tackle from the outside. That was Eric Wilson on the attempt. Emmanuel Wilson gets the first down. Drive continues. Oh my God, CJ Ham did the wave too. Oh my God, is he retiring as well? Oh my God. Oh, this is so. I mean, it's not. It's a combo of sad but also happy for them, but it's really like two staples of my fandom gone? Oh my gosh. Also, great career. A force to be reckoned with. Wow. Okay. What's this? Wilson again? Somebody. From the Packers. Yep. Emmanuel Wilson. Another first down. Whatever. 2 more plays and we should be done here. Says it's sappy Randy. Well, you know, for those that are thinking, is he about to cry? Like I was about to, but I was like, what am I doing? I mean, come on. Great players. Great careers. Hitman, the future Hall of Famer. Should be first ballot, but didn't necessarily have the popularity as far as name is concerned. So they may give him a couple of rounds. But one of the best safeties of this generation. CJ Ham, hell, one of the best fullbacks of this generation. I mean, along with Kyle Juszczyk and what's his name, Patrick Ricard from Baltimore. Play action. Come on, man. Stop stopping the clock. What are you doing? Stop passing. Wolves, I was supposed to say KOC. The Wolves, KOC, Quasi, and friends need to do the next wave. Do the wave next. Oh my gosh. Handoff. Packers fighting with. And now 13 seconds and counting. Do not call a timeout, you bums. It's over. It's over. All right, man. Everybody, as always, thank you so much for being part of this watch party all season long. It's been a blast. The next watch party will be probably the draft, I suppose. But it's been a fun ride, man. It's been great. And oh my God, you bums called a timeout with 1 second left just so you can get points on the board? Okay. Wow. You clowns. You stat patters. You effing stat patters. Oh, you got your 3 points. The hell up out of here. Oh my God, Matt LaFleur. How do you feel now? Huh? Stat padding in a game that doesn't matter. Congratulations. We did it. If you're a Green Bay fan, you did it. Now you can walk into the playoffs with some momentum. Bums. All right. We'll see you next time. Post-game vid I'm going to work on. Thank you guys so much. I'm not updating the score because of these stat patterns. Whew. Post-game vid coming up.